Right, so we're back for part 2, guys, of our naivety video. Okay, so what's another scam? Like I mentioned in my bums video, okay, and I went into detail on what my version of a bum was. You do get in the UK some cowboy builders and or rogue traders, and what they will do is they may set up some sort of fake company, or maybe it's through word of mouth sometimes, and they'll somehow get involved with elderly people. The elderly people will want something done on their house. They'll have maybe 70,000 left over from their pension, and they'll say to the person, right, I need an extension on my house, or I need the roof done, or blah blah blah. Some of them, they're in dire situation, it weren't even an extension. It was like, look, we moved into this home, and we paid all of the money for this house, but the basement or the kitchen is in a wreck, there's mold, and we need this done. So some of them weren't even down to an extension. It was dire situations, because if it wasn't repaired, they, you know, it was detrimental to their health. In the previous video I was talking about the Nigerians, how they don't really, you know, they've lost that kind of guilt, that empathy now, that self-respect, that morals, all of that's gone out the window, principles and all of that. These cowboy builders, some of them are the same. They're exactly the same mentality. I don't know what reasons led them to it, because let's face it, in the UK, there's no real reason to be doing these things. There are many ways that a person can become successful over here. I'm not talking about like Hollywood successful, but I'm talking about successful where you may in 10-20 years end up owning your own home if you put hard work and grafting into it. Okay, cut long story short, this pensioner has maybe 70,000 in their account. They've got in contact with some guy. The guy's come around, he's assessed the property, he looked at it, said, I tell you what, yep, I could do that, give me say 25,000, I'll have that done for you. They say, oh, okay, all right, how much do you need straight away? He says, okay, give me 10,000 for now, and I'll go out and I'll get the tools. He comes back, maybe with some bum that's pretending to be a builder, and what he does is he literally causes more damage to the property. He literally devastates whatever job that is he's doing. He leaves the tools or the equipment around the area, so it makes it look like he's professional, and then he then rings them up, say like a week later, or you know, a week goes by, and he says to them, listen, I'm gonna need a little bit more money. And they go outside or they go inside and they look at what's being done, and they see their place literally obliterated. It's in a worse state than what it was when he first started the job. Now they're desperate. Now they're like, okay, I thought you said that we'd pay you when the job was done. He says, well, sorry mate, sorry about that. I know what I said to you, mate, but no, I'm gonna need an extra, probably an extra, give us an extra 10 grand, and I'll get this, I'll get it sorted for you, alright? Person then goes and gives them an extra 10 more grand. They then, just to keep the person satisfied, they then, because a lot of them do actually know something about what they're doing, they're just not qualified, they're just not professional. They then begin doing some sort of job. So they begin doing, say, something. They do something at a very satisfactory level, a very average amateur level. So they show some sort of progress to these people, and the people then begin to get hope back again. And then 2 weeks more come by, and then the person maybe comes up with it again. Oh, something's come up, I'm going to need a little bit more money. By this time now, the person's already invested 20 grand. They can't just walk away from 20 grand. They can't walk away from 20 grand. So they think, alright, just pay him whatever now. At this point now they're desperate. They just want the job done. It's gone on, it's been prolonged for longer than what it should have been. They just say, how much do you need? basically I've discovered in this area here, mate, I didn't realise before, mate, it's badly done. So what we're going to do, we're going to need to take that part out. It's going to cost a little bit more. How much more? Looking at another, I'm going to have to get an extra 2 guys in, mate. Looking at another 20 grand. 20 grand. Now they can't say to the person, oh, I don't want you to do the job anymore, because they're 20 grand in. So they end up paying 20 grand. He may bring in 2 of his cronies. They begin doing some sort of fake work on the house. They make a slightly bad job of it, and then they leave. They up and leave. Leave the house in a tip and in a bad environment. These elderly people are conned out of their pension money. So what I'm trying to say is exactly how it's worked with, don't think that Nigerians are the only one that are doing these things. Don't think that it's just cowboy builders that are doing it as well. Obviously there are good people over here, like builders and over here, that are very good at their trade. What I'm trying to say to you is that the whole con artist thing comes in many forms. It can come in the form of a mechanic. Capitalism, really. Dentist. When someone's in a role where there's a huge amount of money being earned, and there's not many of those people that are qualified or able to do that job, then they're able to charge whatever they wish to charge, and they can exploit money from people. Dentists do it. You go there for one tooth and he's telling you, no, this other tooth needs to be taken out, but that will cost you $1,000 or whatever. There's many ways so the con artist works in many other ways. But what was another thing they're going to say? Club. I remember when I used to go to a club, and there were these 2 girls there, and I remember being desperate. And I remember these girls saying, "Oh, buy us a drink." Oh, and I was like, "I don't think so." "Oh, come on, it's my mate's birthday." "Oh, come on." "Oh, bloody hell! Look at those trousers you're wearing. Oh, that's really nice. Look at your shoes. Where do you get your shoes from?" These girls are macking me, and I'm not even realising it. I look at him, Danny. He's got such a nice smile, and all of this. Amber, look at his smile. Oh, look at him. Oh, come on, buy my mate a drink. It's her birthday. I end up buying her a drink. And I was even stupid enough, and this is the God's honest truth, is to take those girls back to my house. That's how desperate I was. I took those 2 girls back to my house with another man, and luckily at the time there was someone staying in my house, because those girls were thieves. So what would have happened is, sitting down with the girls, they turn around and say, "Alright, just go use your toilet. Whereabouts is it?" "Oh, it's upstairs." I'm sitting down with her friend and some other dude. They're going through the rooms of my house looking to steal from me. Nothing happened between me and those girls. Anyway, I remember seeing those girls 2 weeks later. They're highly intoxicated. They've forgotten that I've spoken to them. They've come up to me again for the 2nd time and goes, "Oh, it's my mate's birthday. You're going to buy a drink?" The same lie that they ran on me, they're running on me again. What other lie is there? There's so many different scams. I'll tell you another scam as well, and this scam is a very simple one. Imagine that you're sitting down on a park bench. You've got your laptop. You're using your laptop and this and that. A really beautiful girl walks up to you as you're sitting on the bench. She says, "Oh, do you mind if I sit down here?" Now she's got this infectious smile. I mean, when she looks into your eyes, I remember again, this happens to most vulnerable men. It doesn't happen to players, because they're well clued up on these things. It happens to vulnerable men that really struggle to get women, and I was one of them. To a certain degree, I kind of still am now. To a certain degree. You're at the park bench. You're sitting down. This beautiful woman's come up. She's looking in your eyes. And she's one of those women where you just can't, when you're looking into her eyes, you're getting lost in her eyes. She might be saying to you, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, I was working." She then basically continues talking to you to the point where she's almost interrupting you. So you put your laptop down to the side on the bench. you're now looking at this girl, you're talking to her. She says, oh yeah, and yeah, and I live in blah blah blah, and I do these things, and blah blah blah. And then she gets up and she says, so what do you think of this dress? And as she gets up and she's saying, what do you think of this dress? She's showing you her curves. She might turn around and show you that big ass that you know that you can't that you just can't resist looking at. And then you're looking at her and you're like, wow, yeah, it looks nice to me. And then she kind of, she says, well, what do you think of this? And she might be aiming towards a breasts or whatever. And you're looking again and you're thinking, wow, I'm in there with a chance now. So you're fixated on her. And then she then says to you, okay, so she looks into your eyes now, she has your full attention. She says, right, so why don't you give me your number? And you say, okay, sure, my number is blah blah blah. You're drooling at the mouth, my number is this. You give her your number, and then she goes, okay then, I'm gonna call you. And then she turns around and she walks off. As you look down on the bench, your laptop's gone. Distraction technique. She distracted you. She's used her charms to distract you. Your £1,000 laptop's gone. But here's the thing, you see her because you see her in the distance walking off. So you run up to her and you say, where's my laptop? She goes, what are you talking about, laptop? And you say, well, my laptop was on the bench. She goes, well, I don't know, I didn't see your laptop. And you say, well, come on. And she goes, no, listen, yeah? I just told you I didn't see your laptop, yeah? Don't start carrying on, yeah? And then she starts raising her voice, she starts shouting. She goes, listen, yeah, I told you I didn't see your fucking laptop. Pardon me. I didn't see your laptop, yeah? I just told you, yeah? Get your hand off me, yeah? And all of a sudden she changes. And this is what I was trying to say to you in the whole the nice guy versus being nice versus selling out. That when you're around a lot of these sellout women or men, the way they're able to put it on when they want to, like, they put on this charm when they want something from you. They're able to put it on, and they can put it on for lengthy periods of time. They can put it on, just like with the Nigerian scam artists. They can put these cons on for months, could go by. And then when they can't suddenly get what they want from you, or if they can't get what they want from you, you'll see this a change. That whole sweet persona and just changes. That particular woman there, it could even be her, for example, she may not even want something from you. It could be her just luring you to some place. It could be you meeting her on the park bench and she lures you to some place. I tell you what, my place is over there. Why don't we go to my place? Or why don't we go down this corner? And come, let's go down there. And you're so fixated now. You get up and you say, alright then, and you carry your laptop. You carry your laptop and you're following her, drooling at the mouth, following her. Okay, where do we go? Where are we going now then? Where do we go? She said, okay, just come down here. You go down some alleyway or whatever, and you get robbed. You get beaten up and you get robbed. In Brazil, you have these women where they put this I think they put some sort of rape drug on their nipples. So as the guy has gone back to the hotel now, he knows that she most likely is a prostitute. He knows that, okay? But then I don't want to get the country wrong. It might be Brazil, it might be another country, but it looked like it was Brazil. It doesn't really make a difference whether it's Brazil or not. Okay, I'm just cluing you up here. He's gone back to the hotel with her. And I'm going to tell you a funny story after this, and you're going to laugh. Okay, you're going to laugh. But anyway, in this particular story, he's gone back. In fact, it's the same story. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to see you in the next video, and I'm going to explain this story to you, and you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. Anyway, I'll see you around for part 3, and that will be the final part. And by then, you'll be clued up about a lot of things. Yeah, Alright, see you in part 3.